Hey everyone, now that our tomatoes are starting to look good, they're starting to establish themselves, onions are going to be close, then peppers, it's now time to start the plants that aren't going to take as long as these guys, or ones that can be transplanted in the greenhouse outside to get a head start not only on that garden, but bringing those pollinators in. So what I'm going to focus on this cell is going to be my leafy greens, so like spinach, cilantro, Swiss chard, and then I'm going to do some flowers to help bring in those pollinators. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of these today, plant them out. I know this one isn't the same, but it's okay, it happens. Use what you guys have. So we're just going to go ahead, mix some soil, and start getting these guys started. And when I say mix, I mean just grab my potting mix and add some water to it. I personally don't find that big of a difference between brands, something like Jiffy that's all natural or this that's all purpose. I personally don't find a difference in my germination rate. And at the end of the day, whenever I have little bits of soil left over or mix, I put it in this big garbage anyway, and it gets mixed together. So do with that what you will, but we're gonna grab some water and get planting. I think there's two main reasons people are particular about their seed starting mix. One is cost. It can absolutely be more cost effective to mix your own. And two is you know what's in it. Sometimes I do get big pieces of wood chips like this in my potting mix. I just put it on the ground and throw it in my garden. It's not going to hurt the seeds, but it is harder for them to get through bigger pieces of wood versus nice loose soil when they're starting to root. So just keep that in mind. I know some people might put like a colander or a strain over their soil and shake it out and give it a good mix before. Do what you will. What works for your garden is not going to work for somebody else's, and that's okay. And I should put a little asterisk. I understand why people want to make their own soil mix, not only to know what's in it, but cost is a big factor. Starting gardens can be expensive if you want to get the biggest and best and organic and every single time. Truly, I get my seeds from the Dollar Tree 90% of the time. That is a cost saver for me. And I put this together for about $100, including the heat mats and the lights. If you want to break down, let me know. But the soil is my biggest expense. I've probably spent easily $30 on soil this year. Probably going to project to spend about $70 in total. Whereas, like I said, my seeds, 4 for $1.25. If you're following the 1 seed or 2 seed per cell, you have seeds year after year. You're not continuously buying seeds. Soil is admittedly for me my biggest cost. Okay, now just a light mist, and these guys are done and ready for the heat mat. So why didn't I label these ones when I was very careful to label my tomatoes and peppers? Well, these, I'm gonna know what they look like. A cilantro leaf and a black-eyed Susan leaf do not look the same, whereas a cherry tomato and a Roma tomato look very similar until they start producing the fruit, the tomatoes. Same with peppers, right? Hot peppers and sweet peppers look very similar. And since I will be giving some of my peppers to my family and community, I want to make sure that those are very clearly labeled, where these are all personal use, so I don't really care. So let's pop a lid, and now we're done. So we have this row germinating, and this row starting to sprout. They're going to continue to grow and need that light. Thanks everyone for following along. I'll keep you updated, and I'll see you all later. Bye.